Hello there, everyone. This is Charlie Barley. Guys, listen, I have been making such amazing improvements. Like I said before, I have so much more I got to show you, but the deeper and better I get at this, the gooder and gooder it's getting. And it only means one thing. It means we get better, quicker, faster, and stronger. Man, with this whole AI thing, man, it's really transformed the way I've seen things and how I'm looking at it and how I'm prompting it. Obviously, for me to be able to prompt the site like this, quite a lot of hours I've been spending with this thing. But I want to talk to you guys how to take better advantage of the free demo, because I see gamblers. I see the gambling side, and I'm going to show you something that I implemented. I implemented a thing where I could discover whether or not you gambling or not. And I see a lot of that, and I don't think you guys fully understand what you're looking at or what I'm doing here. This is not gambling. But if you understand that it's not gambling and it's sophisticated trading, you could take some huge advantages. But here's what I want to show you. One of the things I've done, let me click on this continue demo button. I've done a couple things to help the gambler within, and then I'm going to show you some things you should take or highly consider. Let me end this shoe, and then once I end this shoe, and I'm sorry for the reception. I mean, my internet is real slow. I'm actually doing this recording from a hotel. But right here, guys, it says select your trading mode. So I got it where you could select it locked, and when you select locked, the system's going to lock you out at certain points, whether you've made units or lost units. It'll lock you out if you've had a certain amount of losses in a day. The standard mode is the flexible mode. Okay, I'm going to show you that you can make money either way. I got a video coming out too, guys. It's called it's about risk management and understanding variance. Like, if you understand that you're not going to win it all, you don't have to win it all. You just got to know where the thresholds are. With this, what I mean by thresholds are meaning what's the frequency rate of something losing at a maximum, right? The algorithms are automatically built to stop at 90%. Okay, I'm gonna say it to you this way. There's 4 algorithms. We win 3 of the 4. And we're able to detect it at a 90% rate. Think about that just for a second. All right. I'm telling you, it's something powerful. With that said, it's not gambling now. You can't do it one day and think that's what you got it. Oh, I got it. And then if you had wing -9 day, oh, something's wrong. No, that's the gambling. Like, you got to think of it like a business manager. You got to think like a trader. If you think like a gambler, it's not going to work. Because you're gonna gamble. It means you're gonna go beyond what gamblers are gonna select. Typically, it's the standard mode. Now, you don't really have to be a gambler to select either one, but standard mode allows you to do what you want to do. In a sense, like, it allows you to just kind of go into it. It'll tell you when to stop, but it won't stop you. But that's not what I want to kind of talk to you about. I want to talk about some of the things you can do in your trial to take more advantage of your trial. Okay, so we have stopping points, right? We have, like I just showed you, the thing where it can ask you whether you want to have the system lock it for you. So that's a process that's automatically built. Now, you're not going to see the full body of what's going to happen in a day. Okay, so if you're demoing this thinking, oh, whatever this demo says, that's the way it is forever. No. It's almost like saying I'm going to eat a Big Mac today, and that's going to tell me how this business runs forever. No, it's not. You might even have a nasty Big Mac. That doesn't mean all the Big Macs are nasty. You might even like meat, but that doesn't mean the Big Mac nasty. You just don't like it. You're not going to learn it all in a day. But some of the things that you need to be watching for is, whoa, before I even go there, let me say this really quick. I've got team play coming up, where you could play with a team, and me and AI, we figured it out. We figured out a way for you can actually play with a team. And I have another one Full access required. Let me give myself full access. Let me give myself full access to this. All right, by the way, if you want full access, here it'll come to this thing. But let me give myself full access here, because I think I'm on trial. No, let's approve it. We need to approve. We need to approve, not reset the trial. Let's approve. All right, so we got full access now. We're gonna restart the screen, and we should have full access now. But I want to show you guys this really quickly. All right, so while that's doing, here we go. All right, so now that we have full access, I have team play, and it's a system where you could use a team. Welcome to team play. Blah, 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 blah. We use 2 algorithms by the Skippy. It's really cool. Once the 2 algorithms come up, even though it looks the same, it'll start performing differently. I'm going to do a video talking about that. I also have another one. It's called Shadow Strike 5, right? What these programs are is nothing but us delineating risk further. This one is where we actually look at 3 tables. See, the thing about it is, when you understand what these algorithms, this is the reason I'm saying this is how to take advantage of this demo. What these freaking algorithms are doing is something remarkable, all right? Every outcome, let's say this is the outcomes that come out. Watch how these algorithms perform. This is what you want to pay attention to, because even though, like, look, you know that if you want to study what is the behavior of how this is going to be formed over time, I have this AI case study. You could email me and ask me to send you any type of case study that you want from ChatGPT. But again, this is something that we were doing before AI. By the way, I said that before, but this is only validated through AI. But I could run systems tests into the millions. As you can see here, this one's done 100 million times. But you can come and study the long-term effect. You're not going to learn the long-term in the short term. That's the reason why you study something. You know, it's like if you're building an airplane, you don't study it by falling out of the sky. You study weather patterns. You do all that before you start it. You know, it's just only when we start gambling, we don't think we have to think like that. We just supposed to just go do it. It's stupid, isn't it? All right, anyway, I got these things coming out. You'll get that in a moment. But let's go back to the game. One of the things I want you to pay attention to is the patterns. All right. So these patterns are, you can see these algorithms are taking a form. This one's at 100%. That's at 100%. When you have this in your possession, guys, take the time and study the behavior. What is old Charlie really doing here? How frequent are these algorithms staying at 100%? What's the frequency rate? Because guess what? If you could just make 3 or 5 units a day, what this algorithm does, just to have you understand, all of these are patterns that are coming up. Okay, see this? Please, B. That's a permutation. That's a pattern. Okay, some sort of a pattern, right? So these algorithms are able to detect whatever pattern is coming. And based on historical data, which what I ended up doing with an Excel sheet years ago, it took me months to do this, figured out all the different permutative patterns that there were, right? And I would do some kind of analysis where I study them. It wasn't until AI where I was able to dump all that to get the validity to say I've done it over millions of times. The things I've been preaching about. It's just that we didn't have proper stop losses. And I could tell you now, let me show you this really quick. This is what I know. When I say I know when users are not doing what they should. Let's say necessarily doing what they should. I'm going to say more on the side of when you're coloring outside of the box. I'm just going to go here with really quick, but you study the patterns. This user right here, he's +6 for today. He made $120, right? But here's one of the things that I implemented. I implemented a risk management discipline. So I know when users are going beyond +3. He went beyond +3 20 times. That means he had 3 20 times and he went beyond that. Right now he's at +6. He had -3. He went beyond that 6 times. He had 2 -9s. He went beyond that twice. But he had 3 times where he went beyond it 20 times. He's still at a +6. Imagine how much better he'd do if he disciplined himself better here. See, this is where I know what users are doing. I have another user. I'm going to see if I can bring him up really quick. He's a great guy. And he did a little bit. And I remember him asking me the question about, hey, if I did just a little bit here and I took my profits, would they be good? So like, for example, right here, he's up a little here. He stopped at these 4. And I think he mentioned a note. He asked the question before, do I have to play all 10 shoes? Taking a prop, you're never going to be wrong taking a profit. You always got to think on it that way. You're never going to be wrong taking a profit. So if you stopped at +4 every day, the system's going to automatically compound your growth. You're automatically going to be doing that. So the system's going to take care of, you're going to grow. All right. But if you stopped early, you don't have to play 10 shoes. But yeah, one of the things I did notice, there were no violations here. No violations. And he got 4 units. All right. Well, listen, guys, thank you. I just wanted to show you that when you're on your demo, man, go a little deeper beyond what the system does. Study this. Look at how often these are staying afloat. How many times, even if you just played it straight up, what we call straight up, right? And how you could do it. There's a couple things like this striker thing, team played the striker 5. There's so many different ways to look at this. Like you could look at algorithms that if this one's active, like this one's currently active, it's at 100%. If it loses and another one goes to 100%, do you know there's a 95% success rate that algorithm will not lose? 95%. So you could literally play with that. But when you do your demo, plug stuff in. Look at how these algorithms are performing. Look at when it's at 100. First of all algorithms are going to be at 90% or better. So it's never going to prompt you to play anything beyond this 90%. There are only 4 algorithms. Of the 4 in each game we play, only one of them will lose. We're able to see the patterns of the game at a 90+% rate. We're able to see that. So anyway, guys, go study this stuff. Look at what we're doing. Play it through. When you go through your demo, my suggestion is go through the standard version. Don't do the locked version. Do the standard version. The locked version is definitely going to be there to taper you if you just need that. But there's so many. We're going to be doing a lot more because this does an amazing job alone confining you to the top 90% winning algorithm by itself. But some of us need those breaks, that guidance. The lock mode is going to help you with that guidance. The locked mode is definitely going to help you with that guidance. All right. But so you could choose which one of those you want, but don't just go by the book. Study it out. Throw stuff in here. See how these algorithms are moving. See the win rate. That's really the thing you want to look at. So if it's always winning, how frequent would you be winning? And then don't try and do everything at once. If you have very little money, Let's say you only have $500. That's all you got. It's all I got, and if I lose that, I have nothing else. When you put in, I think this asks, let me see here. It should ask you. Let me see. It resets, but it's not allowing you. All right, we'll fix that. So you should get a prompt here. I'll make sure there's the prompt that asks you to update your bankroll. All right, because what you would do is, let's say if you only had $500, what you would do is, instead of putting $500 in the enter bankroll field, which will come up the moment you start your game, that module is going to come up. But the moment you input that, it's going to reflect here. All right. If you only have $500, put $250 in there. That way the system will prompt you based on $250 minimum bets versus $500. That way you don't do things at a 2% minimum. You give yourself enough to grow. All right. This is a business. This is not gambling. And in business, you want to have enough bankroll. All right. $500 in our world, it's actually enough. But you don't want to blow it if that's all you got. You need to take some time and go through. That's the reason I'm giving everyone the free training, free trial. I don't know if I mentioned that, but everybody's on that free trial. I actually went into the admin panel, and everyone is under. You see this where it says trial, trial, trial. A lot of people were under trial, and then they got timed out. I'm giving everyone a free trial. You're probably going to get an email if you haven't gotten already, but if you're watching this, you got a free trial, so you can go and restart, and your trial has been reset. And again, guys, thank y'all so much for listening. I got another video coming out about risk management. It's a really good video. Check that out. Join the ShadowMax team. Join the free demo if you haven't already. And then when you're ready to start using the system, it's only $4.99. I'm going to do a video talking about the power of that, because you have, number one, you have unlimited access to this until you make at least 3 times the minimum bet, or you'll be able to use it up to 6 months. So this is a business management principle. I'm going to be doing a video talking about how to manage and think like a business manager. Okay, that's how you have to do this. You can't think like a gambler. You got to manage and think like one. I got reports and everything that's going to help you think that way. All right. So you go into your reports. You have reports. You can read those reports, your stats, go into those stats, and it should, once it loads, you can come here and you can click it out. You can click it. It will email you and tell you what the performances are. All those good things. But you can't gamble. So I'll be doing a video talking about the price advantage. It's an amazing model. It's a business within a business. It's pretty much vetted for you, but you've got to do some of the work, right? You got to go study what we're doing, go read it, go check it out. But in your demo, definitely look at how it's behaving, because once you understand that, trust me, there's a lot more you can do than just color within the box. But if you need the box is there, and it's available and ready for you. Thank you guys so much for listening. More videos coming. I got a lot more coming. I got, what else I want to talk about? We're going to be talking about risk management. We're going to be talking about the lockout feature, the new lock feature. We're going to be talking about how to get to those 5 units every day. The ShadowMax team play, that's also built into the system now. We're going to be talking about that. So stay tuned. A whole lot more coming your way. Charlie Brawley, until the next time, guys, take care.